I hope you're all well. I am doing well, and I just wanted to check in because I literally just disappeared off the face of the earth for a reason, but not intentional at all. Y'all, this flu has taken me down.
Hey there, it's Yolz channel.
Thankfully, it's not COVID, but I've had the flu both in March and April, and I've recovered. Both months I recovered. In March, I recovered near the end of March, picked up the camera, and took Fez back. Oh, the reason is Fez has just been getting sick because he started school. So he went back in the beginning of April, the first week of April. He came back ill at the end of that week, and within a few days I was ill again. And right now I'm actually keeping him at home. You might hear him, but it's just been a difficult balance of like, what must happen? What must happen? He is only 3 years old, and I don't necessarily fully see the reason why he should be going to school when his immune system is probably weak. But at the same time, how's it going to get strong if he doesn't go to school and be exposed to other kids? So that's really what's been happening. I struggle to pick up the camera when I'm not only taking care of myself but my baby as well. I still say he is my baby because he's the only one. But yeah, seeing him ill, having sleepless nights. We actually had to put him in our bed for a full week this month. I feel like this month's flu was worse than last month, just because it came with a really tough cough on his little chest. And before, he's been ill before, where he landed in hospital. His temperature went so high and he had a febrile seizure. I never told that story because it was really traumatic in 2020 actually. So it's just been a whole lot of that going on in our family's life. So it just brought back that whole thing of the time he had his febrile seizure. He had actually gone to school for the first time in 2020, and it was his third week of school when he came back home sick. We had to take him for his vaccinations, the normal 18-month checkup. And between him getting the vaccination and a few days after that, him getting sick, we were very unsure whether he was reacting to the vax or he was just getting ill from being exposed to other kids. Then it turned out to a week later, after he was released in hospital, when we got the results, he had an RS virus, which is caused or spread a lot by kids. You can also have it as an adult, I believe, but it is the worst thing your child could ever go through. It came with bronchitis, ear infection, he had a throat infection. They had to put pipes down my child's throat and pull out, I don't know whether it was phlegm or more, but his dad faced that. So it's basically just been me reliving that, except this time he didn't have an RS virus. It wasn't as scary. But as a mom, even as a parent, even as dads, I'm sure, you just think of that, having seen him being really, really ill and being lifeless, him having had a seizure, and literally me screaming. My neighbor heard me. She took us to the emergency ward back then. So I sort of had to relive a little bit of that while he was ill, and just think, Uguti, anytime his temperature went high, I would take anything and everything close to me in my power, within our radius, run to the doctor. I remember now, even in March, having to go to the pharmacy on a Saturday at like 5 to 6. The pharmacy was closing at 6 p.m. That's close to us, and asking them, begging them to let me in so I could get medication for him, and ask what else I could do to bring his temperature down. Not that I don't know already, but when you've tried everything and your child's temperature is still high and they look weak, you won't try everything. So yeah, it's been a lot of that. Other than that, I've been fine. I have been happy. I'm still good. A lot of you have been checking in on me on Instagram. I've been active on Instagram. In fact, we needed to do a Q&A, so we're gonna do one soon. I hope I'm not shaking. I get excited when I talk to you guys, but we needed to do a Q&A on girl talk. So I got a couple of questions. Actually, no, it was a lot of questions, very detailed questions. Y'all want teats, honey. A lot of them are around, the Nunus and the area there and how we take care of her. and steaming and stuff, you know, contraceptives, the normal questions also came up. If I'm still not on one, and if I've tried anything new since my no contraceptive stretch my whole life. So we're gonna do that definitely, because y'all asked the questions and I said I'm going to answer them. So I'm gonna be filming that. But before going into another video, I just really thought it would be nice if y'all came on here and checked in, because that's me. If there's one thing about me, I hate not having an introduction. It's like getting into a room and not greeting when you find people there. That's how I feel whenever I come back from some sort of break, even if it was unintentional. I just feel like it's awkward. Like everyone in the room will sort of look at you and be like, "Krr, krr, krr, krr. You're not gonna explain yourself? You ain't gonna say nothing? Girl, where you been?" Should we just continue like everything is normal? No, I don't believe that things are normal when I'm not. I'm joking. But I really, it's just awkward. In real life, this is how I would do it if I'm entering a room that I was like class. If I was absent in a class and I have friends in that class, I can't just go back and go, "Yo, friend, nag into conversation as if I've been there all along, you know." But that's what's been happening. Other than that, I've been active on other socials. TikTok has been really good to me. Love you guys over there. You can still follow me on there. Let's catch up anytime. My DMs are still open. We can always catch up on there. I'm so glad that my Uber video made such a huge impact to a lot of you who have actually gone on rides with Wilson. I did not even say that in my previous video, and I meant to mention it. You can still hear Uti. My nasal situation is still there. But so many of you guys actually took a ride with Wilson. You felt safe. Your families felt safe. I'm so glad, so relieved. And the Uber situation is an ongoing conversation. I was actually invited to an Uber event where they were talking about ways to make Uber safe and just creating a round table conversation around how they can do better as a business and what other things there are available for you to, you know, send out your location and feel safer in an Uber. So that's one thing I constantly forget to mention. The fact that sometimes you make a video, and that's why we do what we do, a lot of us. We do it to impact that one other person. We do it to make, for instance, this video, it's made you feel a little bit more safer in a ride with a stranger, and it's also made the trip in itself a whole lot safer, because you definitely know, Wuti, other than an accident, you're most likely going to get home safely and relieved and not feeling uncomfortable. Just that discomfort. So I'm really glad that impacted you all. I'm glad that it touched you in some way, at least all of you who tried getting a ride with Wilson and successfully got home safely and comfortably. But that's the one thing. The other thing I wanted to just pick your brains on: are there any moms on this platform that have tried homeschooling? I've been thinking about it a lot. I'm even running out of breath. I'm not pregnant, by the way. No, girl's trying to get snatched. I'm just out of breath because I haven't spoken in so long like this all at one go, besides my meetings. I just want to know if there are any moms out there that have tried homeschooling, because with the situation with Fez and everything that I've mentioned around that, I do want to explore. We've always said we'd probably do homeschooling. It was a far-fetched idea, but one we've always said from the day he was possibly born. Because the church we used to go to, the head pastor there was taking his kids. All his kids were doing homeschooling, all four, and they were very, very well trained. They were really social, and they socialized with other homeschoolers as well around the area. Is it homeschoolers or homescholars? I don't even know the term. But I need help. What do you guys think? Is it as effective? They were doing it themselves. His wife was the educator. I'm possibly thinking getting someone else to do it, an actual teacher to do it independently of us. There's benefits to that. There's also obviously disadvantages, because I know my child, so I might be, a little rough with him, or I might force him to stretch himself, challenge himself, versus giving him the patience he may need in different situations, or being too patient with him because he's my child and I'm trying to nurse him there's a balance. So I've been thinking about those things, and I definitely want to know if there's anyone who's experienced any of this. Please let me know down below your experience. I'm exploring, I'm researching. I want to know, even in my area, what's happening, who I can contact, and most importantly, not to neglect his social side. So I'm sort of looking already what other homeschool activities are available for groups who are doing homeschooling. For instance, the extramural activity that my pastor's kids used to do was already in the vicinity they stayed in. It was convenient, it was safe, it was fun, and they still got the benefit of being social almost every single week. But yeah, that was me checking in. Let me know down below if you know any information on homeschooling. Love you guys so much. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, girl, why haven't you? Simply click the subscribe button and join the Yolz channel family. I am back and I can't wait to be fully in there. Askis for being MIA. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.